Mike Tyson, l'homme qui semblait invincible avant même de lancer le premier coup. En 1987, ses contemporains savaient que l'affronter n'était pas seulement boxer, c'était entrer dans une zone où la carrière, l'orgueil et la santé étaient en jeu. L'un des hommes qui décida de le vérifier fut Tony Tucker. Champion du monde invaincu de l'IBF grand, fort, intelligent, un poids lourd moderne, fou, avec de la longe, des jambes fraîches et un plan clair. Tucker n'était pas un inconnu. Ce n'était pas un adversaire de remplissage. C'était un champion qui pensait avoir la formule pour résoudre l'énigme Tyson. Mais il y a un problème quand tu affrontes Mike Tyson. La logique ne résiste pas au premier impact. Installe-toi confortablement, car un nouveau Clash of Titans est sur le point de commencer. Nous sommes le 1er août 1987. Tyson arrive comme champion du monde WBC et WBA, décidé à unifier toutes les ceintures et à devenir le roi absolu de la planète. Tony Tucker est le dernier obstacle, le champion IBF, l'homme qui manque. Tucker est convaincu, ou du moins c'est ce qu'il affirme, que sa taille, sa mobilité et sa discipline suffiront à neutraliser le champion. Il n'y a qu'une seule vérité. Quand tu es face à Mike Tyson, le premier plan qui meurt, c'est le tien. L'arbitre Mills Lane les appelle au centre du ring. Pas de sourire. La guerre peut commencer. Tyson sort comme toujours. Sans pause, sans peur, sans négociation. Tête en mouvement, pic-à-bout actif, avançant comme une presse hydraulique. Tucker tente de garder la distance avec son jab. Il se déplace latéralement, il mesure, il respire, il ne veut pas échanger. Mais Tyson est déjà à l'intérieur. Crochet du gauche au corps, uppercut court, droite au visage. Chaque impact sonne sec, violent, Tucker recule, s'accroche, cherche du temps. Le round se termine avec Tyson en pression et un message clair. Ce ne sera pas une nuit tranquille.
Long enough to do that. Well, that was a good right hand by Tucker. That might have been the best shot that Mike Tyson has ever taken right there. Tucker said when we talked to him, he said, I'm not worried about what he's going to do to me, I'm worried about what I'm going to do to him. That's confidence. Another right hand. And another right hand by Tucker. There was a left hand by Tyson. You know what's happening? Every time Mike reaches in, Tony comes with the right hand, a counter right hand. Here we go, King, here we go. Again, a right hand, but he took a right from Tyson. And another big right by Mike Tyson. Did a very good first round for both men, and particularly for Tucker. There's a great left hand at the bell by Tyson. Well, Tony Tucker is a 10-1 underdog. He wasn't 10-1 in that round.
Tucker ajuste rapidement. Plus de mouvement, plus de clinch, plus d'intelligence. Il s'accroche à Tyson, le pousse, lui vole des secondes. C'est sa seule façon de survivre. Par moments, ça fonctionne. Tyson frappe, mais ne trouve pas de combinaison nette. Malgré tout, chaque entrée du champion fait rugir le stade. Tyson termine le round avec des coups au corps, rappelant à Tucker que la pression ne va pas baisser.
About Tucker, the fact that he's throwing combinations. He's not throwing 1, 2, he's putting 3, 4 punches together. And he's following up with left uppercut, left hook. Led with the left uppercut that time. Just has to keep those hands out. You know, Ray, I hearken back to your fight with Marvin Hagler, where after the first round, there was no question in my mind, at least, that your confidence just really surged, and you have to think the same thing about Tony Tucker. He's using his height, his reach. Good body shot by Tyson. That's exactly what Kevin Rooney was telling him to do in the corner. Tyson's changed. Tyson's trying to slow Tucker down by body shots. Two good jabs. That was a good example. That uppercut was going to do the job over and over again. There was a left hand by Tyson, but it did not appear to hurt Tucker.
Tucker commence à y croire. Son jab touche. 1, 2, il bouge le buste, sort sur les côtés. Pour la première fois, Tyson ne domine pas complètement le round. Les commentateurs le remarquent. L'allonge de Tucker complique Tyson. Tony s'empare du centre du ring. Il ose même imposer le rythme, mais il a oublié une règle fondamentale. Tyson a deux ennemis, l'un est le temps, l'autre c'est la patience. Et Tyson observe.
There was a good right hand again by Tucker. In close, catching Tyson on the way in. He's finished with the left hook, Barry. What's allowing Tony Tucker to get that hook and that uppercut in? What's happening is the lateral movement that Tucker has, his jab, he's catching Mike as Mike's born and coming in with his head. The uppercut has been doing a tremendous and very effective job here. There was a good left hand, and that staggered Tony Tucker. Crowd booing the tactics of Tony Tucker, but I'm not sure you don't disagree with those. I don't disagree at all because Tony's been tying his man up. There was a good right hand by Tucker again. But they're uppercuts, Barry. You notice they're uppercuts. There has to be concern now in Tyson's corner. This is the most competitive fight he has ever been in.
Tyson commence à le marcher. Il ne court pas, il ne saute pas, il avance. Crochet au corps, uppercut, droite courte. Chaque coup draine de l'énergie. Tucker tente de l'attraper, mais Tyson le repousse avec l'épaule. Un crochet du gauche secoue tout le stade. C'est à ce moment-là que Tony Tucker comprend une chose. Ça ne va pas se terminer vite, mais ça ne sera pas gratuit non plus.
Intensity in Tony Tucker. There was a big left hand by Tyson, and that was the one big punch. And another one. You see, this is what Tyson wanted. He wanted Tucker to stand there and exchange punch for punch. In this case, normally, Tyson comes out on top. Get him up, Tucker, come on. Take it downstairs sometime. He needs to throw a jab downstairs, bring it back up to the head. There's a right hand again by Tyson, but Tucker appears unhurt again. Definitely has his legs back under him after being hurt earlier in this round. Another good shot. And Tyson with another left hand. Tyson has settled down in that round, going for a long fight now. Now he knows he just has to fight him, hit him, and if the knockout comes, it comes.
Tucker commence à se battre pour survivre. Il bouge plus, il s'accroche plus. Son jab n'est plus offensif, c'est un outil défensif. Tyson le poursuit sans pause, comme un prédateur qui n'a pas besoin de courir parce qu'il sait que la proie va se fatiguer. Coup au corps, coup court, châtiment constant. Le public est debout. La cloche arrive comme un soulagement.
Tyson got the better of that exchange. I noticed that Tony Tucker's left hand is starting to jump. That could be very, very inviting for a counter right hand. A lead-off right. There's the left hook. There was a right hand in close by Tyson. We have to see more combinations if you want to get Tucker and get him out of there. I think Tucker, on the other hand, is fighting a superb job. He's doing a superb job. There was a right hand by Tyson.
Tyson sort avec plus d'intention. Moins de volume, plus de précision, uppercuts en courte distance, crochets au foie. Tucker ressent chaque impact. Il tente de répondre, mais chaque échange le laisse plus mal en point. Le rythme commence à basculer dangereusement.
Energy by pushing a man off. Right hand by Tyson. Back Tucker up. And what Mike has to do is move to his left to cut his man off. Tyson looks right now like he's in it for the long haul here. And there was a big right hand. Tucker says, no, I'm not hurt. I've always found that to mean I'm hurt. And he took another right hand, got cute, and paid the price. I think he's watched my fight before. Yeah, I think he has too. I think his timing is not as good as yours. Let's take a look at that right hand that Mike Tyson got in. Here you see him use the left hand just as a way to get in and then firing the right behind it. And this is good fighting now that he's settled down. The great fighters don't go out looking for a quick knockout. The great fighters go out and fight. And when the opportunity for the big punch comes in, they take it.
Tucker montre du cœur. Il encaisse, avance, répond avec le jab. Mais les dégâts au corps sont déjà là. Les jambes ne répondent plus pareil. Tyson n'a pas besoin de se presser. Il sait que le combat entre dans son territoire.
Dominantly a boxer, Tyson, of course, a banger. But his jab does allow him to work in. But there was a rumor about Tyson's, or rather Tucker's right hand, that he had injured his right hand, and that's why he backed off training for the last few days. That was 3 consecutive left hooks thrown by Tony Tucker. You don't see that from a big man. Not in a heavyweight. They don't throw those kind of punches. Once again, Tucker trying to get cute, and again getting the worst of it, and still mugging with Tyson, which brings the crowd alive. Well, when you do that, and I know from experience because I invented it, you got to be very careful because you're so vulnerable for a counterpunch.
L'usure est évidente. Tucker respire la bouche ouverte. Tyson l'accule. Il frappe en bas, en haut, puis encore en bas. Il ne cherche pas le chaos désespéré. Il cherche à le briser.
Okay, I like that in Mike Tyson because he's doing a combination again. Well, in a fight of this intensity, this magnitude, when you're fighting, you really don't feel it because those adrenaline is flowing and you don't feel the pain. He did throw a right uppercut there, which missed. His knee seemed to buckle just for a second. Right hand up on the top of the head.
Tony Tucker est touché, mais toujours debout. Tyson continue de presser, de combiner, de pousser. Il prépare le chaos. Chaque round est une petite victoire psychologique.
He's very susceptible to the uppercut. There's a right hand by Tucker that backed Tyson off. There was a big left hand, but again Tucker shakes his head. I'm okay. By Tyson. Tyson getting off quicker with his jab now. A good, short, strong, fast left jab of Mike Tyson. Now it appears the instinct for self-preservation has kicked in with Tucker, more interested in defending himself than in attacking his opponent.
Tucker sait qu'il est derrière aux cartes et il sort faire la seule chose qu'il lui reste. Attaquer. Il lâche de longs directs, un autre. Pendant un instant, Tyson recule d'un demi-pas, mais la réponse est immédiate. Mike ferme le ring, le pousse dans le coin et déclenche une tempête. Crochet au corps, uppercut, droite courte. Tucker chancelle. L'arbitre s'approche, mais Tony s'accroche avec tout ce qu'il lui reste. Il survit pour quelques secondes.
Well, if in fact ring generalship is a key factor in judging a fight, I really do believe that since about the 5th round, Mike Tyson has been in charge of the fight. He has been the aggressor. Mike has not been able to land the kind of punches we've seen in the past. And the reason for that is because of the way that Tony Tucker has approached this fight. All right. He needs to throw a little short jab, then step. Like that. Throw a jab, then step in. Get close. Now come. There it was. That's what you have to do. This jab will get him closer to the taller man, Tucker, and then he can throw his punches. Once again, bro, you see what's happening here. Then he gets in. Now he's not following Tucker. Now he's inside again. The jab once again is effective.
Le rythme de Tyson ne baisse pas. Pas une seconde, il continue d'entrer. Il continue de frapper, combinaisons au corps, coups en haut, pression constante. Tucker répond avec des jabs défensifs, sans force, sans conviction. Chaque échange le laisse plus mal. Chaque seconde pèse. Tyson n'accélère pas. Il n'en a pas besoin. Il sent la fin.
And the reason there's frustration is because of what Tucker's doing. He's tying his man up. Those are the antics there. Sometimes work. What you do, you reverse the crowd's approval. I mean, just check out Tony Tucker. He's a man of confidence.
All right, one step back. All right, both of you, come on, this box a little bit. Tony, quick grab it. Come on, let's go.
Dernier round, Tony Tucker sort en sachant qu'il lui faut un miracle. Il lance des coups longs, rapides, avec fierté. Tyson les esquive, répond et le repousse encore en arrière, encore contre les cordes, encore sous le feu. Le public rugit. Tyson lâche ses dernières combinaisons, sans pitié, sans précipitation. Tucker résiste, chancelant, mais il entend la cloche finale. Tony Tucker avait promis de mettre Mike Tyson KO. Ce soir-là, c'est l'inverse qui s'est produit. Le combattant fou contre l'invaincu. Et l'invaincu est resté Mike Tyson.
And he has. Even if he loses the fight, he's probably made more friends than he has in the 34 wins that he's had. Friends and believers. And a guy who wasn't in there just to survive either. Crowd getting a little tired of that. Tucker seems to be fighting the kind of fight that he thinks he's winning. That was a big left hand. Tucker says, no, I'm all right. I'm all right. Tyson finishing with a flourish. And so is Tucker. Great finish. It's over.